Blessings, beautiful beings. It is an honor to connect with you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tapping in. And if you are tapping in at this moment, at this second, go ahead and share in the chat box where you are tuning in from. It's always so cool to see like where everyone is tapping in from all around the grid. And it's definitely a specific frequency. It's like you heard the call. You heard the call. Hello. Hi. We are tuning in at the same frequency at the same time. There are so many moments. There are so many things you could be doing. There's so many timelines, so many energies, so many places you could be, and we are all here right now at the same time. So let's take this moment to ignite a frequency of love, a frequency of gratitude. Allow it to illuminate throughout your entire body, feeling good, feeling grateful, simply just to be breathing, simply just to be a human on earth experiencing a miracle. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty epic. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. We have Tokyo, we have Mexico, we have New Hampshire, we have Jamaica. Yes, we have Italy, we have Hawaii, we have, oh, see, this is so, Greece. Wow, this is so epic. Toronto. See, this is so cool. We literally have Texas, Alabama, Inglewood. Yes, Colorado, Australia, New Orleans. Okay, this is so fun. Vegas, I could go on forever. Yes, please keep Jerusalem. Yes, Cali, United Kingdom. Keep them coming. It's so cool. It's essentially like, because we've ignited this frequency, we're like lighting up these lands as we share them into the grid, into the light grid. And yeah, all of us have been called from all over the grid because that's what we're doing, is we're raising the collective consciousness, and we have to be stationed essentially in different locations and places so that we can ignite the frequency there. That is essentially this mission. That is essentially what we have agreed to, this purpose, what we are remembering. And it's essentially all about remembering to enjoy it, to have fun, to enjoy it, even when it's like, this doesn't seem right. This is how can you make it better, essentially? And obviously there are times and things that are not ideal. And if you try to shift the situation, that's essentially bypassing them. Those aren't what we're talking about. Those obviously need to be faced. But even if you face those with gratitude and you're like, you know what? This is not ideal. How can I turn this into a blessing? How can I be grateful for this? What is this? What is this? Okay, essentially, if I am to learn from this, if I am to grow from this, what is it that I am calling in from this? What's the medicine? And if it's not clear in that moment, that's fine too. Essentially, just say, show me, show me. I'm grateful for this somehow. I called this in or created this, or this is going to better me in some way, shape, or form, because that's what I'm decided. That's what I'm deciding. That's what I have decided. Show me. Show me. And that's what we're doing here. So thank you for being a part of this, because you hold a certain light. You hold a certain frequency that is very specific. There are so many purposes and missions and roles here on Earth, and we even individually share different ones. But at the same time, it is a collective goal. It is a collective vision of bringing more health, more harmony, more compassion, more love, more health, in the form of all aspects: energetic, physical, spiritual, mental. Okay, yeah, so some specific things are coming through now. So, very important. This is obviously a really intense time. This is like a very powerful time, and that's kind of like the theme of this incarnation. If you haven't noticed yet, it's like this one's like a really significant one. Like most of us, I personally don't really resonate with having done this, but most people have incarnated at times where it's like not that intense. This is a really intense time. And though there are so many people here on Earth, it's like such a small portion in comparison to the infinite souls in existence in all the dimensions and realms and realities and timelines. And so we are like a very specific, even the world as a whole, and then it even gets micro. We are like the micro to a galactic mission and purpose. So with this, there are multiple timelines that are coming through right now. And timelines are shifting rapidly. I often talk about timelines, and that's because they are your reality. that is like everyone talks about law of attraction, manifestation, all of these things. It's like if you can properly understand and comprehend the ways that timelines work and how you literally are choosing your timeline moment per moment based on frequency and choice of perception, and then aligned responsive action, you are choosing literally your moment, your reality, your future moment by moment. And that those are timelines essentially. And so to give kind of like a little example, it's kind of like, okay, it can be as simple as, say you have milk, cow's milk in the fridge, and you also have almond milk in the fridge. And there's nothing wrong with either because it's all a collective thing. You know, a lot of us have personal individual beliefs, and I personally do. And so I make a personal choice based on that. But there is no judgment. There actually is no judgment at all whatsoever to anyone who's deciding to choose something for themselves, because it's all about honoring specific journeys and knowing and just holding the frequency and allowing it to come. So say you have cow's milk and almond milk in the fridge and you are actually lactose intolerant, but you really maybe like that taste of that cow's milk. And say you choose that morning instead to have cow's milk. That cow's milk may make you lactose intolerant, may trigger an energy within you where you have a digestive issue. So when you are later on your day, you're going about your day and you instead have to pull over because you have to go to the bathroom immediately, and then timelines actually shift. You get to a place at a different time. There are different energies surrounding that environment. There are things that you go into, and it's not that any of them are wrong, but essentially, if you are to choose, say you knew in the morning, you're like, no, wait, if I choose this almond milk instead, like I never have issues with the almond milk. So if I choose that, like I'll probably just be feeling better, even though maybe my taste buds don't yet prefer it as much. But like choosing what self knows, that essentially is like advancing you on a timeline. Maybe then you go about your day, you feel great. You actually feel incredible. You can't stop telling yourself like, whoa, I actually feel really good today. I feel really good today, because there's always an energetic support supporting your soul integral decisions and what you choose to do on an integral level alone, like internally, and know that yourself, your higher self, your soul is always seeing what you do as a human, and knowing that the angels are always watching, guides are always watching, hearing. And that's not like, oh, it's scary. It's like, no, thank God, actually, so I can remember and remind myself to always stay in integrity, because that's who and what I came here to do. And not being in integrity is actually not me and not what I want to be doing. So it's most likely influenced by other forces and by other things. So it's knowing that as well. So say that almond milk makes you feel so good because, you know, the higher realms are supporting your higher self. You're just feeling good. Human self is supported. And then you get to this place at the right time, you end up meeting that person that you were supposed to meet that day, that maybe if you chose the other timeline would have to come another few days because that pass by couldn't have happened. And maybe it has to just rearrange. So essentially that leads us into the divine plan. So if something is meant to happen, it will happen. So it's not about being scared, oh my God, if I choose one thing wrong, then I'm on the wrong timeline. No, actually, absolutely not, because every next moment still will grant you the opportunity to choose a right timeline. And you will always know intuitively as long as you are listening. So it's not like, oh, I put myself in the wrong timeline, now I'm doomed. It's like, no, actually, you have the option next moment, just listen. Maybe be more still. Maybe be more present, and maybe choose the option that you know in your soul is right, but is slightly temporarily perceived as more uncomfortable or not as ideal, but is actually right for you. So if something is meant to happen, the divine plan, essentially, things are supposed to connect, it will connect. Now, the variables in which things happen, the divine plan, is based off of free will. So essentially, everyone has the individual choice at every moment to choose what they want, to choose their decision, to choose their timeline, to choose their variable, whether they want to advance and they answer the calling of their soul, of their integrity, of what they know is right, or to not essentially. So people can actually shift themselves out as variables of certain plans or certain encodings or certain relationships. So I'm using people as an example because situations can too. Essentially, it's all energies. People provide a certain energy. And though we are all eternal, often we experience we experience soul energies in the form of people temporarily in this form, in this incarnation, because we have so many lessons and we have so many things to continue to shift into. So if someone, as long as everyone is choosing their right timeline, and again, it's not like, oh, you choose once, you fall off. It's like, no, you got like a lot of leeway. You have a lot of leeway because the positive is more supported, is more profoundly ignited, and is a higher frequency that is attracting more. So it's kind of like every it's hard to actually explain. Every right that you choose is like 10 times more potent and powerful than a wrong. So and I don't even want to go into that. They're saying not even to finish that sentence because it could give people the wrong idea if they're not perceiving correctly. So yes, essentially, all of these different timelines are available to us. And here I am opening up and sharing with you. And here you have chosen, your soul has like answered the call. It's like, what am I going to be doing right now? Oh, we're tuning in. We're tapping in right here, right now. Hello. Good to see you. Because it is so important right now to be choosing and to be honoring yourself in the best way possible right now. So the things that you are being called to do, the things that you are being called to let go of, the things you are being called to shift, when you were feeling called to rest, when you were feeling called to rise, honoring that in every single moment, that is how you stay aligned in your highest timeline. And essentially, your highest timeline is that timeline where you keep choosing, like, yes, all right, yes, soul integrity, yes, heart passion, yes, that feels good, yes, compassion over hate, yes. The more you keep doing that, that is your highest timeline. And that essentially just advances you where you don't have to experience lower timelines and occurrences and situations to learn certain lessons so that you stop choosing those types of things and you're essentially just there. You're essentially just there. So that's what your highest timeline is. It aligns you to achieving and embodying and experiencing what you came here to do and experience and embody even more fully, and to where you can enjoy it more as well. So I also wanted to open up this space if you guys have some questions. Let's see, how long have we been on here? All right, 13 minutes. Beautiful. 13 is a beautiful number. Beautiful divine feminine essence. So yes, if you guys want to ask some questions, especially about like timelines and grounding these energies because they are so intense right now, it is really important to ground the energies and doing that physically, moving the energies through your physical body, getting body work, doing body work on yourself. Maybe you give yourself your own massage. Maybe you start doing that right here, right now. Do you have a place on your body you can start massaging? Maybe your ankle, maybe your knee, or maybe your neck, or maybe your like middle back or your lower back. Can you give yourself some love right now? That would be amazing. Okay, yes, we have questions about towards the end of the year. So, all right, this is part of why I'm feeling called to come on and share here. And I will be tapping in more to continue to share based on what is essentially aligning. So with all of these intense energies that are happening, oh, I love that. Someone was in the spaceship the other night. It's so epic. A lot of us have been having like spaceship dreams where we all are meeting in spaceships in other realms and realities. It's so epic. But okay, tapping in so many realms and dimensions. That's kind of like what it's like here, right? It's like so many timelines available. Which one are you tapping into? This one here. So with all of this, it's really important to be grounding your energy in and working your energy through your physical body. If you can allow yourself to like really ground into earth, now this sounds crazy, but if you can like Put your feet into the soil and rub like mud or dirt on you if you're feeling super lost or chaotic at all whatsoever. That is going to be what's going to help you most. That's going to be what's going to ground you immediately. And that's important. That is important because the reason why there are so many high frequencies right now, it's actually a combination. There are galactic cosmic frequencies coming in. There are solar frequencies coming in. The Schumann resonance has been kind of insane recently. It's been spiking and then it's been just like disappearing and then it's been lowering and it's been really interesting lately. So we have all of that, as well as there are other unnatural energies that are influencing things right now, as well as a casual cosmic ascension that all of us are experiencing as well. So it's like there are so many energies that are combining right now. When you feel tired, do not judge yourself. Allow yourself to rest. When you feel like going, do it. Allow yourself to jump up and express and do something new. We're supposed to be riding these energies. And most of us are feeling the need to rest and rejuvenate a lot right now because, and now I'm going to go into essentially what's happening for the rest of the year, because this is kind of like an energetic preparation stage. Many of us are feeling kind of like this calm before the storm. And it's like, wait, what are you talking about? We've been in the storm. And it's like, yes, we have been nearing the storm essentially, and we are in it. But at the same time, it needs to finalize itself essentially. Now, this is nothing to fear because we have fully anchored in these energies of sovereignty, of support, of protection. And this is confirmation. Yes, the divine plan is underway. It is happening, confirmed. Yes, absolutely. So trust this and just ride these energies. Rest as much as you can. It's kind of like you're resting and rejuvenating so that you have the energy and the momentum for months, years, lifetimes to come. This is your journey. This is your mission. This is your path. And you are here tapping in, joining in at this moment for a very specific reason, because this is definitely it. This is definitely it. You're a part of this. So yeah, writing it out. And yes, let's see. I just had some magical beings, some angels appear, some real earth angels appear at my place. What time is it? Oh yeah, okay, I guess it's time. So I'm going to be signing off, but I will be tapping in again soon, taking this quick moment to generate and ignite love throughout your body, throughout your being, connecting pillars of light, all of us embodied, igniting, being charged by, and charging the light grid all around Earth. Allowing yourself to fully tap in at this moment, even these seconds, allow you to heal, allow you to regenerate, allow you to align. So grateful for all you beautiful beings. Love you, love you, love you. Can I marry your shoe? That is hilarious. I don't really wear shoes. All right, I love you all. So grateful. I will see you all soon. Blessings, blessings.